Moose Aaron Judge has officially arrived. We are still reeling from his performance last night, winning the home run derby. Aaron Judge delivered on a national stage with the entire baseball community tuned in. He is massive. He is a Yankee. He hits 500-plus foot home runs. I keep waiting for this guy to slow down, but it just hasn't happened. And Moose, I gotta say, Aaron Judge is the next big baseball star. He proved it last night on a national stage.
Yeah, he does. I mean, and he did. And once again, I mean, going out there and, you know, early on, you see Bohr hit 22 home runs, and he follows soon, hits 23. You have Alex Rodriguez, a former Yankee, and now an analyst for Fox Sports, going out there and saying baseball now has their version of LeBron James. I mean, you have Rob Manfred, the MLB commissioner, saying he's been brilliant on the field, and he's been so appealing off of the field as well. Aaron Judge gets it. I mean, batting practice, he's done with that. He's going out there and signing autographs. There's nothing that you don't like about Aaron Judge. It's got to start with the production, and we know about the production first half, the 30 home runs, 66 RBIs, I believe, the well over 315 batting average, the great right field he's been able to go out there and do, and going out there and seizing the moment. I mean, John, we were talking about whether or not he was going to go out and perform in the home run derby, and not only did he go out there and perform in the home run derby, but at 6'7", 285 pounds, he's different, and he's a great different. It's something you have not seen in Major League Baseball before. That's why people are going out there and they are gravitating toward Aaron Judge, because he's a guy that goes out there, a mountain of a human being, and he has not necessarily the personality, but he's got the game that goes along with it.
Yeah, and I think the personality is going to come over time. Right now, he's adjusting to being, I mean, he started the season barely making the team. People were questioning whether he was going to be the right fielder, and now he's the best player in baseball. That's a huge leap to make. And when you saw him last night, the way he carried himself, I mean, I know the home run derby really doesn't count for anything, but 3 times he had to come through in the clutch, and he did it. And what impressed me wasn't the 510 shot to left field. It was all the opposite field home runs he was hitting. I mean, you and I hit that. It doesn't go out of the infield. I mean, he takes that strength and is able to put the ball anywhere he wants at any time with that sweet swing. I mean, it doesn't even look like he's trying, and those balls are just flying out of there. Very impressive.
Right, the raw, freakish power, and that's why the Yankees used a sandwich first-round draft choice at him. But I'll split hairs with you, John. I don't think he's the best player in the game, right? Because I look at it, I think he's right now he's the MVP of the American League, and that's thanks to because Mike Trout suffered an injury with the Angels. I think he's the biggest star. I mean, I do think that because of everything that we talked about the first couple minutes of this program. But if you want to say better overall player than Mike Trout, he's not a better overall player than Mike Trout. I don't think he's a better overall player than when you look at the game of Bryce Harper with the Washington Nationals. But he's the biggest star right now because people are going out there and they are flocking to see Aaron Judge. They are buying the Judge jerseys and the T-shirts. It's sold out at Yankee Stadium. People want to see Aaron Judge. He makes fun of himself when he's hopping on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon earlier on in the regular season. There's a lot of things to like, and plus, he does not come with any attitude. It's very refreshing when you look at a guy that goes out there, enjoys playing the game, makes it look very easy, but isn't going out there and pumping his chest and telling you how great he is. That's why you go out there and have the Jeter comparisons, and that's why he single-handedly this year, John, has taken this city back from the Mets to the Yankees because of his star quality.
Absolutely. I mean, I remember the Sports Illustrated cover about a month ago, and I'm thinking, like a lot of other people, all right, when's this guy going to fall off the cliff? He can't possibly keep up this pace, especially with this national microscope now focused on him. But he's just gotten better. And you're right, he's not Mike Trout because he doesn't have the defensive ability and he doesn't have the speed that Trout has to steal bases. But who else would you want in right field in the major leagues at this point?
I get that.
I mean, he's been incredible. And the way he's responded to pressure, as you said, and brought the Yankees onto the back page. It also helps when your team is winning and the Mets are losing.
Right.
Naturally, the attention's going to go over to the Yanks, but no one's talking about Gary Sanchez. No one's talking about Didi Gregorius. No one's talking about the other 24 guys on the team. All the talk you hear is Aaron Judge, and part of it is because of the massive structure that he is, but the other part of it is because you like him. He's a nice guy. You're waiting for him to sound off on someone.
And he doesn't.
And he doesn't. And that makes him really a model. And Rod Manfred, of course he's saying what he's saying. This is a guy you want to build your league around. You've got this towering figure who's kissing babies and then hitting 510-foot home runs.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that's what makes you absolutely adore him as a player and an individual and what he goes out there and how he represents himself. Now, with that being said, you're dead on correct. I mean, listen, if the Mets had, if the Mets were going out there and playing .620 baseball, I mean, they'd still be getting some of the headlines. headlines and a lot of the focus and the press clippings and the coverage and the like. The Mets have had a down year, but all the conversation coming into the season that this was a Mets town, that the Yankees were going to go through a long rebuilding process or a rebuilding process, and 2018 was going to be their year, not 2017. Now, they've had the injuries, down performance when you look at the Mets, and Aaron Judge basically said, not so fast, and that is why you look at a Yankee fan is certainly ecstatic, and a Met fan probably a little bit ticked off right now because the last thing they want to see is a bright, big, shiny star in the Bronx right now going out there and grabbing all the headlines, grabbing all the attention.